Good morning to you. I am actually, as we speak, uploading my booktube video. Everybody asks, so I get so many comments on my sweatshirts. People are like, you wear the same blue sweatshirt, the same gray sweatshirt every day. I'm like, okay, I own like 15 of the same sweatshirts. I literally, like when I find something that I like, I just go and I like just buy it, like tons of, like pair of shoes, I'll buy like 2 of the same pair of shoes, things like that, right? So I did that with these sweatshirts, but I do think that it's time for me to change up my game because a lot of what's happened is as I've gained weight, like we need a different angle since, as I've gained weight, I think it's just gotten comfortable for me to throw on these fatty sweatshirts. Do you guys have a uniform like that that's like, I'm waiting for my medicine to like kick in, so I'm shaking a little bit. If you guys have epilepsy or neurological disorders, you know what I mean. A lot of times in the morning before I take my medicine, like, it doesn't, like I shake a little bit. I love when I wake up to like Twitter and there's like some shit stirring person out there that like their main goal is just to shit stir. And there's this woman on Twitter and she's made videos about me and like I don't understand this. Like if you want my attention, just reach out to me and say, sweetie, I would love to be friends with you or something like that. Like everything I do, she imitates. If I talk about like a famous YouTuber, she does a video about that famous YouTuber. If like I'm talking about somebody, she's like, oh, you're shading somebody. Like, but all she ever does is she comes at me negatively. And I'm like, why don't you just come to me nicely? Like, why don't you just be nice about it? Like, why do you have to be such a bitch? Like, I totally don't understand it all. Like, people have it all screwed up. They don't really know how to behave correctly. Where do we stop learning how to behave correctly in this world? You know, like, these are things that we learned, like, before we even stepped on the bus for first grade. It just amazes me. But anyway, not going to keep this one down today. I've got better things to do and worry about. So, I'm going to try to take you guys with me everywhere today that I go and just show you little clips of my entire day. So, get a venti iced coffee with 2 Equal, please.
Yeah, come on around.
Thanks. You guys get to go with me on my little Starbucks run today before I go into my office. I just made a deliberate decision that I was no longer going to meter park. I'm going to park away so that I can save like, I'm spending like $4 to $7 a day. I haven't seen you in forever. How are you doing?
Good. How have you been?
Good. Can I get a receipt, please?
Oh. No, they have money in the word. So what's the name of your book? We were just talking about that.
The before, now, and after then.
Before, now, and after that. Okay.
You were just talking about it because I'm famous.
Yeah. No, we were talking about how we want to read it. So
Oh.
really want to read your book.
You need to check my YouTube channel out.
You have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, you're on it right now. You want to say hi?
Are you serious?
Yeah, you're on it right now. Well, this is actually my daily vlog. I don't have to put it up if you don't want me to.
No, I don't care.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah, it's just my name. It's Peter Monn, M-O-N-N.
Peter Monn.
Yeah.
All right, I'll check. What all do you post on your YouTube channel?
I have 4 channels. I have 4 channels.
Okay.
I have a main channel. I do kind of funny stuff on it. Like drama channel stuff. And then I have a daily vlog that I just started where I'm vlogging every day of my life, 2017. Because we've talked about documentaries, because I love documentaries. And then I have a booktube channel where I review books. And then I have a weight loss channel, but it's not doing real well because I'm not losing any weight. So.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm actually, I transferred over to the Starbucks in Broderville.
Oh, which is like 2 seconds from my office.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, I'm right on top of the 317 burger.
Oh, man, lucky.
But I don't like to walk. I like to drive through.
Right, yeah, no, I ended up coming back here because I can get Friday and everything.
Oh. Can I get a receipt, by the way? Oh my God, you have your name on the, that's pretty fancy.
Yeah, but it also means I can't hide my identity.
Well, it's good seeing you.
Good seeing you.
All right. Okay. That was really fun, wasn't it? Anyway, so that's my day. You have a YouTube channel? Yeah, you're on it right now. Actually, it's called Candid Camera. Get the fuck over it. You know, I just want to say this one thing. If you're a diehard Peter Monn fan and you watch my other channel, this is kind of what I was talking about earlier, but this girl tweeted out something, and she was like, to somebody, and you can totally tell because she tagged these two people in her tweet that she's trying to just stir drama up between us when there's no drama there anymore. And she was like, are you gonna clock somebody clock the house because they stole your idea for you? First of all, let me just tell you this, okay? So many people have said stuff to me about the Poopy to Chiffon dolls that, like, I stole those because Rich Lux. Wait a second. Now, I support Rich Lux fully, but go back and do some timestamps and see who had the dolls first. I'm just saying, go back, okay? Poopy to Chiffon, she's been around for a while. So, and I love Rich, so I don't have any issues with Rich, but I thought that was funny that she's like, I'm like, can people stop? Why are people so intent on being negative and stirring shit up? Do you just have nothing better to do? Like, allow people to be friendly and get along. We're fine. We get along, you know? He cracks me up. But anyway, so it's going to be an interesting day today. I have to meet with a potential client. Don't you love how I go in there? So funny, like, when I meet with, like, this is a potential, like, corporate client, and about doing some team leading skills with them, and I'm literally in a gray sweatshirt and a hat. And when they go in there, they're like, oh my God, is this how you do, like, when you show up for, like, team, like, building stuff, is this how you show up? And I never really know how to answer that. And when I'm like, yeah, typically like this, but if it's warm, like in the summer, I'll probably come in, like, you know, like a t-shirt and shorts and stuff like that, because I'm very much, like, in the summer, like, Vans, and, I have, like, Vans in every color. I love them. And, like, some t-shirt from, like, I don't know, like, Grand Cayman or St. Bart's or something, you know, and then a pair of, like, cut-off jean shorts. And I show up and people love it. They eat it up. They're like, oh my God, you totally live your life the way that you want to. I'm like, yeah, I kind of put business casual away years ago. Like, I don't really do business casual anymore. And it was a very deliberate decision when I went out on my own and started my own business. I was like, I'm going to be myself, and people are either going to fall in love with who I am as a person, or they're going to fall in love with who's the suit and tie. And I don't want people to fall in love with the suit and tie. I want people to fall in love with me, you know? So that does not mean that I don't know how to dress appropriately for things like my aunt's funeral yesterday, or, you know, a Christmas party, or a bar mitzvah, or a birthday party, or something like that. And I actually do like getting dressed up and looking nice. I've done some vlogs about our closet, which I don't fit into any of the clothes in my closet right now, but I mean, I do love clothes. Much more of, like, the vintage type, though. Like, I love vintage clothes. So anyway, yeah, I think that's about it. It's kind of a rainy, dreary day. It's so weird because it's, like, almost February. Well, I mean, it's halfway through January. It's almost February, right? Glass is half empty versus half full. And it's like, we have not had any, like, major snow yet. And I'm like, when is that? I mean, and every time I say that, Alex is like, well, that ice storm. I'm like, that ice storm was, like, the end of November, and I was, like, stuck on the interstate for 6 hours. That does not make, like, wintry mix blizzard. Like, I would like to have a blizzard maybe once this winter. I know, that's crazy, isn't it? But I do love a good blizzard. Anyway, and not the kind you get at Dairy Queen. All right. I haven't really filmed as much today as I wanted to. This camera light in here makes me look a little jaundiced. A little yellow, a little jaundiced. So I'm getting ready to go and film. I'm getting ready to go on live. Right, baby? Which is so fun. I love doing it. If you don't watch my other channel, Boo Radley did his predictions for 2017. Hi! I'll get down on my knees. I'll get down on my knees for you. Don't I look so pretty? What would you say? This is just me quickly freshening up my breath. I love you. So this is how I spend my evenings. Are you ready? Oh my God, this is so exciting. Oh my God. I'm on you now. I'm on you now right now. Let's just give a bunch of shout outs, okay? Aaron, Autumn, Luis, Emilio, Courtney, Greta. Greta. Was Greta one of the names in Sound of Music? The hills are alive. Louise, Just Jimmy, Marianne, Autumn, Buddy Cakes, Aaron, October, Hannah, Fidget. Hey, Fidget. Fidget's name is something different on everything. Trina, Victoria, Courtney, Kasky, October. I love this. I feel like I'm on fucking Dancing with the Stars. Leda, Brenda Ann. I like that name, Brenda Ann. That's a good name for a character. Dr. Pepper, Diet Coke, Dr. Pepper. Greta is the little girl. She is, that's right. Greta's the little girl. This is so funny, isn't it? Okay, so everybody, now you're all YouTube famous. Everybody's YouTube. Oh, that's like kind of shining in there. Shine bright like a diamond. You guys are probably so tired of these car vlogs by now. But I took to you now live streaming tonight. I'm still so like confused by all of that, but anyway. So I'm like crying. I just watched my vlog back from yesterday. I like every time I upload a video, I try to watch it back to make sure that there's not something idiotic that I said in it. And I got crying so hard watching it. I don't know why. It's like so many people sent me suggestions on how to grieve, which was so nice. Thank you so much. You know, I think that one of the things that helped me the most with my mom, I'm actually, to be honest with you, well, we'll talk about this in a second about my diet, but I'm about to go through McDonald's and get some chicken nuggets, and no, this is not an ASMR video. With my mom, like, I think I learned to grieve so well with that. Like, I was so numb for so long, like for probably 6 months, and then I realized that I just needed to feel my feelings and start talking about shit and like living out loud. And if I had a feeling or I had a memory that I wanted to talk about, I did. And so like, I really think that's healthy. I didn't stuff. I don't feel like I did. I miss my mom, but like I don't become consumed with it anymore. So that's what I just try to do, you know, is keep her memory alive and all that kind of stuff. But grieving's a strange thing, you know? Anyway, if you know, I have a health weight loss journey channel called My So-Called Healthy Life, which I haven't done very well sticking to. And I kept on putting it off, and I knew through this funeral that like it was they were having a catered party. Now come on, I like a good appetizer. I like a good hors d'oeuvre. So I was like, there's no way. But I am starting back my diet tomorrow. I have 10 weeks exactly from tomorrow before I go to Ultra Music Festival in Miami. So watch my weight loss channel. It's linked below. But I'm getting a little snack because it's 2:30 in the morning. I'm hungry. A little snack. I need a little snack. Why do they always make me wait so long? They make their rolls. Starbucks is always so fast. But yeah, can I get a 10-piece chicken nugget?
You want the meal?
I want the meal with a root beer.
Any sauce?
Yes, a honey mustard.
$6.47. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is like the second drive-thru that you guys have gone with me through today. That guy that helped me earlier at Starbucks, Nathan, isn't he so cute? I don't know what it is about him. Do you guys ever just like think that people are like, they'll probably watch this and be like, what?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Thank you. He'll probably watch it and be like, what? That's so strange. But I think he's a cutie. Something about a ginger. I don't know what it is. My husband and I both agree. We both think gingers are real cute. He's just super real friendly too. I love, like, I'm like real, like, not, I don't mean romantically attracted. Obviously I have a husband. You guys see him in here every day. I think though, like, to find people attractive, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Alex and I talk about that all the time. I mean, we wouldn't be human otherwise, right? We just don't have to act on it, right? It's not like I'm gonna leave my husband for the barista at Starbucks. But, I mean, maybe if he won the Powerball for $500 million and wanted to treat me like gold. I don't know. But anyway, people get so worn out by that stuff. And then as soon as I say something like, oh, he's cute, this is what people always go, they go, are you in an open marriage? I'm like, no, I'm not in an open marriage. I don't pass judgment. If you're in an open marriage, how about it? Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm actually just gonna go somewhere and sit and eat. I don't judge if you're in an open marriage. I don't judge if you're a swinger. I don't judge you if you're a thringer. I don't judge you if whatever you do. Do it. It's your business. Don't involve children in it, though. That's my 2 cents. But I'm not in an open marriage. I'm very traditional. People always seem to find that very hard to believe, that, like, I'm, like, really traditional when it comes to marriage. And in fact, like, for our wedding, like, Alex and I, it was, like, so, like, important for us that, like, we had something borrowed, something blue, something old, and something new. Do you guys know that? Like, that was, like, really important to us. And, oh my God, this is so weird. I actually have my aunt's ring that was something borrowed. I don't think I ever gave that back to her. So anyway, this is kind of a mukbang. A little bit, but anyway. Oh my God. McDonald's fries are the best. They just are. But anyway, I'm not in an open marriage. But I don't judge anybody that is. I mean, I don't judge it, but I don't really understand it. Like, why not just be single? Like, if you're gonna fuck somebody, why not just be single? Excuse my language, and if you can't handle it, I apologize, but I just don't get it. Like, I just don't, oh my God, like, you know they charge so much extra for extra sauces? They gave me 4 sauces. I love a good sauce. But, like, really, I don't understand. Like, if that's what you want to do, I don't understand why you wouldn't just be single. It doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm not saying marriage is easy, because if you're in a marriage, you know it's not easy. Marriage is difficult. But I think the difficult times of a marriage is what brings you together closer. You know, I think you look back and it's like, if your marriage was so easy, there would be no tests to the marriage. I think the difficult times, like 3 weeks before we got married, I can't believe I'm talking about this in a vlog. Three weeks before we got married, we almost broke up. True story. We had this blowout fight. I don't even know what. I'm a believer that at some point, you stop having the fight and the fight starts having you. You don't even know what the fight was about. You start fighting over, like, the garbage being taken out, and all of a sudden you guys hate each other and you don't even know why. We got in this huge fight and we're like, is our relationship totally fake? Blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. I don't think had we had that fight, our wedding would have meant as much to us. I know that sounds crazy, and I'm not telling you to fight right before your wedding, but I think it made us both really question, like, are we doing the right thing? Is this truly who we want to be with? Does that make sense? Like, I think, like, it was like a wake-up call for both of us. Like, you know, Alex was young. He was 27 when we got married. And, yeah, he was 27. And I was 39. And I think it was a wake-up call for both of us. Like, is this really what we want to do? And we're pretty committed till the end, you know? So, stick around, because it's going to be a long vlog channel. We're not going anywhere. But, that being said, I mean, we don't have the easiest marriage in the whole entire world. And we don't act like a bunch of phonies. And we argue about stuff, but not most days. And it's interesting because people are always like, Alex isn't in your videos that much. Well, yes, he just doesn't love to be in them, but like on Wednesdays, he works all day, and then he and the woman that he works for, because it's just like the two of them, they typically go out to dinner. And they go out downtown somewhere, because Alex loves to do that. I don't. Tuesday nights, I hang out with Tanya. Thursdays and Friday nights. Thursdays and Saturday nights, we have date nights. Friday nights is kind of his night to go out. And then Sundays, we're always together. So it's like, and we do something family-wise. And Monday as well, because we both work on Mondays. So it's like, I think it's important to have kind of like that discussion, within couples. My ex and I spent every night together, every moment together. And I think that ultimately had something to do with the downfall of our relationship. We didn't have our own independence. But why am I even talking about this? I don't know. Chicken nuggets, open marriages. I'm going to totally put that in there. It's interesting because I have friends of mine that are in open marriages or open relationships. I guess I don't know. It's like, well, first of all, if I'm just going to be really cutthroat about it, I couldn't be in an open marriage because I'm a totally fucking jealous bitch, okay? I can have a conversation with my husband and sit there and we can be at dinner and be like, oh, the waiter's cute, right? And I don't have to be threatened by the fact that I think that he wants him more than me. Like, I have better self-concept and self-esteem than that, and vice versa. But I just guess I don't understand it. And it's interesting to me, like, people that I've met that are in open marriages, it's just very confusing to me. Like, they always are very much on the defensive when they're talking about it. Like, they'll say, oh, we're in an open marriage. And then I'll be like, okay, like, I didn't really need to know that. I mean, like, that doesn't change the fact that we're out to dinner. I don't need to know who you go to sleep with every once in a blue moon or however you guys do it. I don't know why I'm flipping my hand, but anyway. I mean, I just don't need to know that. Like, I don't need to know people's where have we gotten in society that we share such personal details? I mean, like, yes, I have a vlogging channel and I share my entire life, but it's like, I wouldn't take you into our bedroom, so to speak. Does that make sense? Like, I think there are some things that are private. It's like on YouTube, when people constantly, like, you do a Q&A, I always get every single time, like, are you a top or a bottom? I'm a married fucking man. Why is that ever okay to ask a married person? That's not okay. Like, I said in a video one time, like, you wouldn't look at your mom across the dinner table and say, like, what's it like to go down on dad? I mean, it's just so inappropriate. Where have we gotten in society that, like, there are certain questions that are okay to ask? There aren't, okay? And I think that, like, part of the, what's the word I'm looking for? Part of the, not the commitment, but the, what's the word I'm looking for? Just the keeping of the relationship is keeping some things private. Like, I don't even need to know that you're in an open relationship. I mean, that's cool. Do your thing. Do your gig, right? But then they're always very, very defensive about it. It's like I watched that video of Davey Wavies, if you watch it, and he talks in there about, it's like going to Disney World and only riding one ride. No, it's not, really. I mean, we all have our different reasons for it, but I don't know, but they always are like, well, the reason why. And I'm like, well, I don't really need to know the reason why. That's your decision, and have at it. So, but for me, if I felt the need to sleep with a bunch of other people, that's called single. I'm sorry, but that's called single to me. So, I don't get it. I just don't get it, But that's where I'm kind of like old school. I remember my mom, we were like at Thanksgiving or something. I'm gonna call this open relationship mukbang. But we were like, she would watch Real Sex on HBO. My mother, this is so funny, with her bifocals, and she's, blonde, bleach blonde hair, right down the middle, very much, the intellectual, tucked behind her ears. I can see her sitting there watching, and she goes, did you know that there was like an Academy Awards for porn? We're sitting there. I was like, okay. And she was like, yes, it was very interesting. She was like, there was this girl in there, and she won Best Masturbatory Orgasm. She was like, you would have thought this woman had won Best Actress for the most award-winning. She went, so funny. I don't know. People crack me up. People's shit cracks me up. Hey, I guess if you're going to do it, be proud of whatever you do, If you're not hurting anybody, I don't have a problem with it. Truly, I don't. I think maybe down the road you might be rethinking some of those decisions you made, but that's just my 2 cents. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. These chicken nuggets are so good. I can't even tell you how good they are. How did I get on that? But anyway, I was watching that video and it was making me realize how much I love my in-laws. Oh, I'll tell you the other thing I feel about open relationships real quick. Open relationships and people that have 3-ways. I've never seen them last real long. They eventually always end up in breakups. And what's interesting to me is that so many people think that like open relationships are like a gay thing, when in reality, I have met so many straight couples that are swingers. And like I said, baby, swing on. It's none of my business. Just don't bring kids into it. Kids don't need to know about that shit. We teach kids so many things they don't need to know about. Kids don't need to know how much kids don't need to know how much money their parents make. Kids don't need to hear their parents fight. Kids don't need to know about their parents' sexual and intimate relationships. Don't ever drink or use drugs with their kids. Why you would ever even think that's okay. Allow kids to stay kids as long as they can. You know? I had a magical childhood, but I saw shit I totally never should have saw way early. You know what I mean? I love when I meet like 15-year-olds and they're just like so unjaded and innocent. Like that's my favorite thing. You know, I love that so much. What makes me really sad is when I meet a 15-year-old that like already knows about the ways of the world. And you can really tell it's hardened them. It makes me really sad. But what are you gonna do, right? Horrible things happening all over the world. I can sit there and I can think about that, or I can put more positive out in the world. In the drama channel community today, there's been a lot of negativity going on out there. And I just made this decision. I was like, I'm not engaging in it. Like, I have a choice every day that I wake up. Do I want to put positivity out in the world, or do I want to put negativity out in the world? Do I want to be a happy person? Do I want to be, a positive person? Who do I want to be today? There was this thing. Let me see if I can read it to you guys. When I worked in treatment, the kids used to read it every day. We had them read it every day. So I still have it. So every day when I worked in treatment, we would have this thing called community in the morning where the kids set goals for the day. And then in why did I hold on just a second. I lost it. Okay, so this is it. But anyway, when we worked there, we'd have community in the morning. I'm sorry for that long pause. Excuse me, where the kids would set goals for the day, and then we would have chill time at night, which is where the kids would go around, they would say if they achieved their goals or if they didn't. And every morning we read this, and I love this to this day. It's called The Beginning of a New Day. This is the beginning of a new day. God has given me this day to use as I will. This is not this is not a religious poem. Insert whatever you want for God, the wind, Buddha, whoever, God, if that works for you. It doesn't have to be a religious poem. Okay. The beginning of a new day. This is the beginning of a new day. God has given me this day to use as I will. I can waste it or use it for good. What I do today is very important because I am exchanging a day of my life for it. When tomorrow comes, this day will be gone forever, leaving something in its place I have traded for it. I want it to be a gain, not a loss, good, not evil, success, not failure, in order that I shall not regret the price I paid for it. I mean, like, that is incredible, you guys, right? And if you really think that way on a daily basis, like, what do I want today to speak of? Chicken nuggets? No, but really, like, what do I want today to speak of? Do I want today to speak of, you know, doing random acts of kindness? Doing good about things in the world and not telling anybody about it? Being altruistic, being humble? Paying it forward, being positive? Or being negative? Being whining? Complaining, bitching, moaning, bringing people's day down, causing people harm, gossiping. My friend Randy, who passed away, if you look in my vlogs, he did the painting that's above our couch. What? What do you need? I don't have any money. Sorry. Actually, come here.
Sir?
I do have some cash. Here you go.
Hey, you know what, sir?
That's all I got. Sorry.
We're living in our car, right?
Yeah.
And we're trying to get a room, right? And we were 15 short, but now we're only.
That's all I got. I'm sorry.
12 short. Thank you.
Hope it helps you, buddy.
Thank you, bro. I just need 12 now.
All right. Maybe that was a God moment. Who knows? If you're going to preach about it, Peter, you better be about it, right? Well, at least they'll get a good hotel room out of it. Or some good dope. I hope it's a good hotel room. But anyway, this is the weirdest vlog, isn't it? My friend Randy used to say to me about gossiping, before you let it fall from your lips, ask yourself 3 questions. 1, is it true? 2, is it kind? And 3, is it necessary? If you can answer yes to all 3 questions, let it fall from your lips. Otherwise, it doesn't need to be repeated. And God, I wish I would think about that a little bit more, you know? Truly. How sad is it that we live in a society where anybody can walk up to our car and we're instantly afraid? That's such bullshit. Where does that ingrained in me, you know? My dad, I almost said. My dad. My mom was a fearful person of anybody. And dogs, too. My dad would have given him probably $300 in cash. My dad had an outhouse till he was 21 years old. Paid his way to go to college, law school, and medical school. Paved roads and waited tables. Went on medical missionary trips. Not for anything, you know? Why can't I be like that? That's why we need role models in our lives. That's what I want to be. I want to be a role model. I want to be, when kid says, when I grow up. Why is this making me sad? I want to be like Peter. Not because I do famous things or anything like that, but just because people think I'm a good person. Oh my God. I haven't eaten one of these french fries, and I don't really even want them. You guys are like, you are always so fucking sad. No. But you wanted your 40-minute vlog, so you got it. True story. My friend Tanya and I, we go to the same gas station to get fountain cokes every night. Two stories about Tanya, let me tell you. I believe people are put in our life to teach us lessons. Same couple, they always have kids in their backseat, is parked in front of this gas station. I think they've asked us for money for a hotel room on like 3 different occasions. They never remember us, okay? But we remember them every time. Tanya always gives them money. Never questions it. And she does, it's not even that. She's always like, I hope you guys find a safe place tonight. She's such a good person. Tanya had a very good friend of hers that was sick with brain cancer and passed away. And I was going through a bunch of bullshit in my life with some people. And I called her like 3 times in this day, so selfishly, and I was like, and this and that and this and that and this person and this person. You ever do that? Never once asked her how she was doing that day. And so later that night we got a fountain coke, and I said, what did you do today? And she was like, oh, I went over to so-and-so and so-and-so's house. And I said, you did? What'd you do over there? And she said, my phone just shut off, so I'm going to have to make this quick. I said, what did you do over there? And she said, I cleaned their house and I made them dinner and I allowed them just to kind of relax. I said, how do you become that kind of person? Where you just... She said, that's who I was taught to be. Who are we taught to be? Who do I want to be? It's the beginning of a new day. I promise that my vlogs will be a little less serious and a little bit more funny in the future. A little bit more fun, a little bit more haha, because this has really gotten deep about open relationships and what do you want your life to be about and all kinds of it. My God, this has been a crazy vlog today. It's been a good day. It's been a full day. I think this would be a day where this has been a good day worth living. I haven't done a lot, but like, it's been a good day, you know? I like days like that. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I love you. And as always, make the most of it, because we're on borrowed time as it is. Good night.